Because you know the hook comes from Atlantic Star. They made the song, Don't Take Me for Granted. So when Erica did it, like anything Erica did, I'm like, ah! But it's one of my favorite songs. I love that song. So when I saw RC and the Grits in Your Bio, I was like, wait a minute.
That was really random. I want to say like I did, like RC does the jam sessions, and so I would pop in the beginning, he would see me, I would sing, and then when the Miles Davis Robert Glasper joint came out with Phonte and I, it was like it kind of helped push me a little bit more forward. And so when I would be out, then he was like, yo, I got some records, come to the studio. And so then that's kind of how we kind of got started.
And that's another one. Like, how many Grammys does Robert Glasper have? Like, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, I don't know. Got the formula at this point.
I'm trying to tell you, and all the work that he's done with Phonte, actually all the artists, like, he's worked with everyone. You name it, Anthony Hamilton, Faith Evans, Brandy, like, yeah, Layla, like everybody. Oh my God, Calls. Yeah, with Jill Scott.
Yeah,
Lord have mercy.
Yeah,
I watched that video over and the song with Music Soul Child and Chrisette Michele.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah. I mean, the man's a genius. And my son brings me stuff and he says, "Oh, have you heard this beat?" And I'm like, "But that was taken from Robert Glasper." And he's like, "What? Who?" And then I have to play it for him. I'm like, "Come on now. Come on. Don't do that. Don't insult my intelligence."
Well,
but I love Robert Glasper. Like, for you to work with so many great individuals, I mean, powerhouses, like really, really great artists, everything, talent, like impeccable. Like, do you feel intimidated? Like, do you feel like there's any pressure?
Not usually. It's kind of weird. Like you just kind of feel like your gift and the room that it makes, for you and everything. So when I get there, I'm never like starstruck or anything, but it's like I do have my moment, like everybody, like, okay, like I'm here, like I have to bring myself down before I get there. So I'm like, oh my God, we're gonna do this. I want to make this whatever. And then I remember, like, I'm me. I bring my things. They want me for me, so I'm coming to do me basically. And if I do that, I'm straight. So I'm cool. But now it never gets old though. Like it's still like, oh my goodness, like whoever it is or whatever it is, the fact that people show love or reach out or do whatever is still like, you could be doing anything right now. So we appreciate it.
Right. Do you ever, in some of those moments, do you ever think, wow, I'm here, I made it past whatever, I'm here, I'm on stage with this person, that person. Do you ever like, sit back and say, oh my goodness, it happened. I made it.
I think now may be the most present I've ever been throughout it, because usually it was like I'm trying to get to the next thing and then the next thing and then this and like what's gonna be the moment. And I think with this album, that was the first time it was like, oh, I think I'm over the hill. Like I'm finally at the top of that hill. I'm gonna go down it and I'm gonna go up another one, but I finally made it over this one. And that was like, okay, let me sit down and really enjoy like all the love and all like getting this project done. And yes, I think just now I'm finally like, okay, let me look back. So even like doing these interviews, I'm having to think back like, oh, I did do that. People remind me, because sometimes I'm like, oh yeah, that did happen. So it's a really cool feeling.
So now you're signed to Flavor Unit?
So a few years back, I was going to be doing like a sync kind of placement situation, like a sync deal over there. But they ended up going a different route. So we were, but we weren't. It was very brief, and they ended up taking a different route. So we didn't get to fully flesh out that deal.
Okay. Okay. So now, are you signed to anyone in particular?
Signed, no, but definitely affiliated. And so Foreign Exchange is the group, is the team. That's where we are. And I'm locked in with them for the foreseeable future.
Let me explain something to you. And Lika, we had a whole weekend where we rocked out to Zoe, Phonte. What album was that, Lika? They did an 80s like cover
Going
album.
to go love the 80s.
Yes. And we rocked out the whole weekend, actually even the weeks after. So we just rocked out to the whole thing. And I actually got a chance to interview Zoe in Baltimore. So it was really, really fun. It was yeah, it was amazing. It was crazy. So you're definitely in good hands. You're definitely with talent. So
oh yeah, I love them. They've been amazing. You know.
yeah. Yeah, yeah. Okay, so what do you have next? What's coming out?
Right now we're just going through all the content that we shot. So we made the album in 3 weeks out in North Carolina with Phonte because I had to go back to school. So I was teaching, I teach kindergarten. And so I had to be back within those 3 weeks. Well, sorry, it was 2 weeks and it ended up being a third. So we were trying to get it done in 2. And so we, along with the album, shot a lot of behind the scenes content of like how the project was made. Each song, we kind of went through the process and then the after effect and just talking about how it was made. So a lot of that content is coming. Hoping to play in some shows. The pandemic is still out here. So trying to arrange, some things safely and just really pushing the album, getting it out to more people. It's got a really good response. So just taking it a day at a time and just building.
Nice, nice. Okay. Okay. So if you're in your car and you're just riding around, chilling, whatever the case may be, what are you listening to?
Ooh. I think my vibrations are real mellow. Like I'm a really like mid tempo. Yeah, I'm a mid tempo girl, I think. Right now, what am I listening to? I love Alex Isley. Who else am I jamming lately? Oh my goodness, my playlist is so random. I'm trying to think. Oh man, now I gotta pull up my Spotify or something because now I'm like, man, what do I listen to? It's like the same 3 things every day. It's terrible. I should probably broaden my horizons. Oh, myself because it's new and I'll be trying to get my streams off.
That's right.
Let's see who's in here. I like a little Snow Allegra. Okay, she's in there.
Yeah.
We have, let's see, some Lucky Day. He has not been missing.
I've been jamming to that.
Yeah. We listened to that the whole ride down to Florida, right? Well, not the whole ride, but a couple of songs.
He gets it. He's on my collab list. I should have put him up there, but he's up there. Of course, I still bump abstractions with Zoe because that one just feels good. Feels like a good all situation. What's my list? It's really, I kind of been putting the things on shuffle because I would listen to the same 4 songs every day if I could. Yeah, I've been letting my I have like my little BeMyFiasco radio, like it swaps out, so I go through and they get it right on Spotify, but yeah, I kind of just go through.
Okay. So I do a segment called Venus versus Mars. I'm gonna get into that. I was gonna do most influential with you, but I think most influential will be a little challenging because it would be a lot of the people that you work with versus a lot of the people that you probably want to work with or like, And I usually go through who's more influential, but I think I want to go into Venus versus Mars because there's been a lot going on. Me and it must be a full moon every night for the last couple of weeks. So
Mercury retrograde, honey.